Why we think everyone is watching, the spotlight effect. Picture this, you're at a crowded party, holding a plate of snacks and trying to balance a conversation with a friend. Suddenly, you trip over a chair leg and stumble, creating a brief commotion. In that moment, you might feel like the entire room has turned its attention to your misstep. This common feeling, where you believe that others are watching and judging your actions more closely than they actually are, is known as the spotlight effect. In this video, we'll explore the intricacies of this psychological phenomenon, its underlying causes, consequences, real-life examples, and strategies to overcome it. Understanding the spotlight effect. The spotlight effect is a cognitive bias, a mental shortcut that our brains often take when processing social information. It leads individuals to overestimate the extent to which others notice and pay attention to their behavior, appearance, or mistakes. Essentially, it's the tendency to believe that we are the center of attention in situations where, in reality, people are more focused on themselves or their own concerns. Imagine being on stage, performing in front of a large audience. You might feel like all eyes are on you, dissecting your every move, every note you sing, or every word you say. This intense self-awareness is a hallmark of the spotlight effect, where our internal spotlight seems to shine the brightest. Causes of the spotlight effect. The spotlight effect can be traced back to several underlying causes and cognitive processes. At the core of the spotlight effect is our innate egocentrism. We naturally perceive the world primarily from our own perspective. This egocentric thinking makes it challenging to accurately gauge how much attention others are giving to us. People who are more self-conscious or have lower self-esteem tend to experience the spotlight effect more intensely. They are more likely to believe that others are scrutinizing their actions because they are more focused on their own self-image. When we experience an embarrassing or notable event, such as tripping in public or giving a presentation, it becomes more salient in our minds. We assume that others will remember it as vividly as we do, intensifying our sense of being in the spotlight. Consequences of the spotlight effect. The spotlight effect can have a wide range of consequences, impacting our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Experiencing the spotlight effect can contribute to social anxiety. Individuals may avoid social situations or feel intense anxiety because they fear being judged or observed by others. Constantly feeling like you're in the spotlight can lead to lower self-esteem. The belief that others are critically evaluating your actions can erode your self-confidence over time. The fear of being noticed or making mistakes can prevent individuals from taking risks or seizing opportunities that would require them to step out of their comfort zones. This can hinder personal and professional growth. The spotlight effect can distort communication. Individuals may become overly self-conscious about how they are perceived, which can hinder open and authentic interactions with others. Real-life examples of the spotlight effect. Public speaking is a classic example of the spotlight effect. People often fear public speaking because they believe that the audience is hyper-focused on their every word and gesture. In reality, the audience is often more concerned with the content of the presentation than the speaker's nervousness. When someone experiences a wardrobe malfunction in a public setting, like a zipper breaking or a button falling off, they may feel as if everyone is staring at them. However, most people are too engrossed in their own activities to notice. Actors, musicians, and performers frequently grapple with the spotlight effect before taking the stage. They may worry about forgetting lines or making mistakes, but the audience rarely scrutinizes every detail. Overcoming the spotlight effect. Thankfully, there are strategies to mitigate the impact of the spotlight effect. Remind yourself that making mistakes is a natural part of being human. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, as you would a friend in a similar situation. When you catch yourself assuming that everyone is watching and judging you, ask yourself for evidence of this belief. Most of the time, you'll find there's little or no evidence to support it. Redirect your attention from yourself to the situation or the people around you. Engage in active listening and genuine interest in others, which can help shift the spotlight away from yourself. Gradually expose yourself to situations that trigger the spotlight effect. Visualize yourself handling these situations with confidence and grace. With practice, you can desensitize yourself to the feeling of being constantly observed. If the spotlight effect significantly affects your well-being or daily life, consider talking to a therapist or counselor. They can provide strategies and support to manage social anxiety and related issues. Conclusion. The spotlight effect is a common cognitive bias that can lead us to believe that others are paying more attention to us than they actually are. Understanding this phenomenon and learning how to manage it can reduce social anxiety, boost self-esteem, and improve overall well-being. Remember that in most situations, people are more preoccupied with their own lives and concerns than with scrutinizing your actions or appearance. So, the next time you spill coffee on your shirt or make a small mistake in public, take a deep breath and remind yourself that the spotlight isn't as bright as it seems. Embrace the freedom to be yourself without the burden of constant scrutiny, and you'll find greater comfort and confidence in social situations.